Sorry about the closet door being open there when I was talking about the last two games. It was really, really hot in my bedroom, and that unfortunately is where my air conditioning vent is. Yeah, genius design. You put the air conditioning and the airflow in the closet. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? No. Anyway, I was completely unconscious of it. I was just focused on trying to get the two games talked about before the next game came on. Thursday's game. Oh boy. 10-1. Marlins over the Reds. Hendricks loses to Josh Johnson. Why was the score so god-awful? Simply because Hendricks left ball after ball after ball in the middle of the plate, which is something he's now done in all three of his starts. He would not have won that game, or actually did not win that game, but the team as a whole won that game. He started against Chicago, but they were able to rally because it wasn't as big of a deficit. But it seemed like everything the Marlins were hitting Thursday night was going out of the ballpark. And Marlins player Jorge Cantu, sorry, got a little tongue-tied there. Jorge Cantu has just been on a inhuman roll. He's now set a major league record with 10 straight games with at least one run batted in. He homered once again yesterday for Florida, along with many, many other run-scoring hits. 10-1 is pathetic. I know it's just one game, and I know it's not going to undo everything that the Reds have done good-wise in this early part of the year, but that is just not good, and it's pathetic on every level. And please, God, let it not continue tonight as we begin a 3-game set against the Pittsburgh Pirates with Mike Leake making his second start. And as phenomenal as Leake was against the Cubs, hopefully that will be the trend that we will see tonight. Okay, so Friday's game, but before I can get into it, gotta make a quick correction from Thursday's game. The final score in that one was 10-2. Didn't mean to take away a run from my boys, but when you get beat that bad, it's easy to forget any last-second scoring. So what happened on Friday, as Mike Leake returned for his second start to face off against Pirates ace Zach Duke? Well, it was a pitcher's duel all game long. Unfortunately for the Reds, both Scott Rowland, via being under the weather, and Joey Votto, via back spasms, were out of the lineup. And those are two of the Reds' best hitters against Zach Duke. And yeah, you can see where this is going. The Reds are losers in this one by a final score of 4-3. Mike Leake, though, looked really, really good. He gave up the 3 runs in the game that the Pirates had before the 9th inning. He gave those up in the first 2 innings. Beyond that, he was absolutely lights out. It's when he gave away the bullpen and he got in trouble. Arthur Rhodes got a 1-2-3 7th inning, but then in the bottom of the 9th inning was Andrew McCutchen, I believe. If I'm wrong about that name, I will correct myself and overlay here. But I believe it was McCutcheon, who singled in the winning run in the bottom of the ninth inning. So once again, Reds did their best, but fell a little short. Record overall, as of now, is 5-6. Saturday's game was another really disappointing one. The Reds falling short in this one by a final score of 5-4. Johnny Cueto looked really good, but he only lasted 5 innings and gave up 3 runs. So if he lasted 5 innings and gave up 3 runs, how can I say he looked good? Well, simply because he looked the most consistent that he's looked since his injury that kept him out for the second half of last season. So there was some definite improvement there. Logan Ondrusik came in and pitched a scoreless 7 and a batter. And Arthur Rhodes retired the final 2 batters in the 8th inning. But then at this point the Reds had a 4-3 lead, which they gained in the 5th inning. But that's when everything started falling apart, because Coco Cordero came in and blew the first save I've seen him blow in a long, long time. Walked a bunch of batters and gave up the game-winning hit. So the Reds lose their second straight affair in the final at-bats of the opposing team after winning so many games, 5 of them, to be precise, this year in their final at-bat. All 5 Reds wins this season have been in their final at-bat. But this has not been a good overall road trip for the Reds. Hopefully they'll be able to avoid getting swept by the Pirates, of all things. But hopefully they'll avoid that today and be able to go into a much-needed off day after 7 straight games. The Reds, once again, in this last game, I forgot to mention, were at less than 100%. Joey Votto came back. He looked a lot better, a lot healthier. But Scott Rowland is still out with back spasms and the flu bug. So hopefully the Reds will be able to salvage a win today and then go into this off day and really turn things around. 5-7 is not a good record, but it is early, very, very early in the year, and I'm still very, very optimistic as to what this team can accomplish. Well, Sunday's game was an afternoon affair, hence the reason you're seeing me in the same outfit for 2 ball games in a row. No, I didn't have filming issues this time. It was an afternoon affair. Unfortunately, the results were the same as Saturday evening, as the Reds are swept by the Pirates. Final score in this one, Reds 3, Pirates 5. Bronson Arroyo looked like he was going to really turn the Reds around in this game. Looked really good through the first 3 innings, but then the wheels came off in the 4th. Pirates put a 5 spot on the board, and that unfortunately was all they needed to secure the victory. The bright spot in this one was Jay Bruce seems to have finally broken out of his early season slump, clubbing 2 home runs, one off starter Paul Maholm and the other off Pirate closer Octavio Dotel. In this one, it was Bronson Arroyo versus Paul Maholm were the 2 starters. I apologize for missing saying these starters in the last couple of games. That's easy to do when you're covering so many games in a row, in this case 7, before you get to break on a week's affair. I will try to avoid doing that in the future. The Reds, as I said in the Game 6 talk, have an off day tomorrow on Monday, and then they will be heading home to take on the Los Angeles Dodgers and hopefully turn this thing around. It's early in the season, but 5-8 is definitely not where you want to be. This is reality according to the Razman. And Razman style, it's not just a catchphrase, but a way of life.